Private enterprise in America. We got a new study. It's from Brookings, and that's a leftist organization, basically. But this study reveals from Brookings that U.S. businesses are now being destroyed faster than they're being created. The rate of new business formation has been cut in half in the last 36 years, and business formation has really taken a tumble since 2008, the Obama years. We're joined now by Carly Fiorina. Carly, what do you make of that? I mean, am I being overly harsh blaming President Obama for what I call the real setback for private enterprise in America?
Well, I think he takes a lion's share of the blame. It's true that there have been trends going on that you and I have talked about for quite some time. Increasingly complex regulation, increasingly complex tax codes, increasingly complex permitting processes for businesses to get through. But it's really accelerated those trends under the Obama years. And so we knew before that we had more small businesses failing and fewer starting than at any time in 40 years. Now we know that business of all sizes is more being destroyed than created. That's a huge problem. It's why our economy isn't growing very quickly. It's why the middle class is being hollowed out. And taxing the wealthy won't fix this problem. Well, the only thing that's going to fix this problem is to get at the root of it, which is regulation and taxation.
Well, yeah, that's my question. I mean, can we get our mojo back? I mean, it's okay. I agree with you. Cut taxes, cut regulation. I think we could return to a Reagan-like recovery. How long's that going to take? I mean, any prospect in the near future that we can recover?
Well, I don't think there's much prospect while President Obama is in the White House, very honestly. And I don't think there's much prospect as long as the Democrats control the Senate. Because, in fact, what we saw yesterday, for example, was President Obama coming out and presaging yet another round of regulation under the guise of global warming. But I do think what we need is a fundamentally new mindset in Washington, D.C. that says that Washington, to quote Reagan again, Washington has become the problem. And if we want private enterprise to prosper and we want the middle class to flourish, we have to support small business creation and entrepreneurship. And the only way to do that is to start getting decisions out of Washington, actually eliminating regulation. It's why simplifying the tax code is so vital now. Nobody can deal with a 27,000-page tax code except for huge, well-established companies that can hire lots of lobbyists and accountants.
I just want to get back to climate change for a second, because as you know, the president pivoted. He wants climate change legislation, and it's going to cost jobs. Let's suppose you look at it from the other point of view. Supposing you agree, okay, we've got a climate change problem. If you say that, and you want to do something about it, does it mean automatically you've got to cut jobs?
Well, first of all, if you look at all the science around climate change, all the scientists that believe it's real also believe that a single nation acting alone can have absolutely zero impact. In other words, if the U.S. undertakes even more regulation in the name of global warming, all we're doing is costing ourselves jobs. Because China isn't helping, India isn't helping. Unless there is a concerted global effort over many decades, we won't make an impact. Secondly, if you look at the Keystone Pipeline, as you know, the truth is what we're doing today is worse in terms of carbon emissions, that is transporting oil and natural gas by rail. It's worse than the Keystone Pipeline. So frankly, I think this is about ideology, not science. It's about rallying the liberal base. Of course, this is going to cost jobs, and it need not cost jobs. The best answer is innovation. And innovation comes from the private sector.
I've got 10 seconds. Would you consider getting back into politics?
Oh, maybe.
Well, Carly, thank you so much for being